want you to listen to the sound of my voice just as if it were noise. Don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand anything. Just listen to the sound. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, and soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together, come together, come together, come together, come together. They are a happening, and everything is simply a happening. All you're doing is watching it.
Father Ocean, hear my song. You're the wave I was made from. Take me back to where we once began. Ocean Father, I was wrong. Years I followed just the sun. Now I see your darkness holds the key. I close my eyes and I begin to see.
At least so that I can hear myself over the song more than anything. This is Made of Glass by Synergy and Skylark. It's a good tune. I really like this one. Carl, I saw all the comments you left me. I just want to say thank you. It's that was nice of you. I hope you enjoyed the content that I'm putting out. What's next? Oh, okay. I'm gonna chill to this music for a little bit, and then we're gonna get into some music production. This is the song that got me through my exam week, my exams. Just a little bit of liquid drum and bass.
What's the time? Where am I? Have another sip of wine. Out my mind. What's inside? What will I leave behind?
I mean, ironically, I don't even really make dance music, but here we are.
Why it appears nothing's clear. Make a deal. Will tomorrow disappear? Sometimes I'm fighting, sometimes flying, floating. I'm just taking it all and trying to make ends meet. Darling, trying to make ends meet. Here's a portal, where will we go? Nothing to hold, so much unknown, but let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, so if you don't know me, my name's JW Blake. I'm currently working on an EP that's coming out in September, and if I don't do this live stream, then I'm not going to get it done. So yeah, this is the motivation to mix music and create content, I guess.
One day at a time, taking it one day at a time. The world is changing, and I'm just taking it one day at a time, taking it one day at a time.
After the song, get into the music making. It's going to be good.
I'm lost, I can't get up. I just get caught in all these thoughts. Sometimes I'm lost, I can't get up. I just get caught in all these
If you're watching this in advance, or in the future on YouTube, welcome. This is going to be a bit of a long form video, so feel free to pop in and out. I don't know, maybe put it on in the background while you do your washing or something. I don't know what people do while they watch YouTube videos. I mostly cook, to be honest. Just whack the iPad on, watch some Virtual. Virtual's good. Does what does he do? What's the game called? How has this lost my mind? The Trackmania. There you go. Cup of the day. It's good content, and it's like an hour long, so you can just whack it on in the background.
time. The world is changing, and I'm just taking it one day at a time.
Also, Netflix. There's some okay things on Netflix at the moment. Probably going to get rid of Netflix, actually, eventually. It's not as good as Disney Plus. But I cannot not watch Drive to Survive. So, I mean, it's basically my only way to keep up with F1 at this point. Now, what track? One Day at a Time by Newtone. let's get into the stream. Let's do some mixing. Yeah, if you're listening, if you're watching this in the future, hi, welcome. But yeah, let's mix some tunes. So this is Out the Rut. It's a new track that I'm working on. It's got a little bit way to go. It's got a little bit way to go, that's for sure. But yeah, so mostly just gonna mix. Maybe put on some light stuff in the background. Yeah, so enjoy. So this is the sax solo. It's got something there. It's got some work that needs to be done to it. So I think I'm gonna focus on this sax solo today, see if I can get it sounding good, and then pick up on the rest of the track. I gotta change some mixing settings slightly. Just little bit of music in the background. Keep things moving, keep things easy. If you're watching this in advanced, let me know what you think of the current streaming setup, and let me I'd love some comments on what I can improve. Jackson's in the chat, given the common toxicity that we like to see from our boy. I can actually, yeah. We're just gonna try some things out. This is about as much talking as I've probably got for you. If you're about, say hi, and I'll yeah. That's all you need to know from me. Okay, I'm gonna turn the mic up. That's probably like how we can get there in the leveling. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Mostly what I'm doing right now is just cleaning up mess. So I've got two mics on this sax. I've got a close mic, which is like a little, it's like an instrument mic. It like actually like clips onto the saxophone. And then this mic, which is the Sontronics STC3. which I'm using as a far away mic. The issue that I'm having right now, if you can't tell by the room, is it's very, very echoey. So far I've had to like really apply some tricky processing on it. At some point I may have to re-record this, but we shall see. So the main issue with the close mic, is that you get all of this. You can hear the noise of me moving the keys, and the big thing I'm trying to do is just get rid of it. So what I can do, and I'm just applying what I usually apply, to be honest, is just get a nice enough, just a light little bit of compression on it. Bit lighter. Just to peak it about 5 dB. Yeah, 3 dB-ish. Just easy amount of compression. There you go. And it's a bit flatter there, which means it's going to be easier to remove things in the EQ. So if you look at this spike here, this spike down here is mostly just the noise, but then you've got your fundamental frequency from the sax note, which is literally right next to it. So I can go and target this fairly well. You can see that reduces it slightly, but it's a bit of a balancing act. And just try and round this, just carve this sound a bit more, so that it's a bit more balanced. So that, like, across the frequency spectrum, it sounds more like a saxophone. And the hope is that once the rest of your elements from the mix come in, the noise isn't going to be an issue, and actually it will play a more like positive factor into the sound. And we can do something similar over here. You can see this is a bit more honky. So there's a bit more. There's almost like a honk, like texture to it. I don't know how to explain it really good. It's louder as well. Might actually ease off slightly more on the compression there as well, even later down the line. listen carefully, you can actually tell that. So because the microphones are at different distances, right, when they're being recorded, which means the sound waves land at the microphones at different times. So what you have is ultimately going to be phasing. And what I did earlier was I checked the polarity of things. And you can mess about with the phase, but what I might do in this case is just pan them slightly. Not like that much, but just enough to get a little bit of width out of it. That is not awful, actually. That is doing okay. So you expect your honk to be around. That is the honk. That is the issue. That's like the bad frequency right there. So just go a little bit around the fundamental and a little bit in the mid. And there's still some phasing there, but I'm not sure if I can actually get all of that out. Part of me always wants to use the more expensive microphone as the main element of the mix, because I feel like then I'm getting more out of it. Okay. Nice. Saturation. Saturation. What are we going for today? Let's see if we can get a little bit more crunch in this low end, or in this mid. It's more mid. Sorry. Saturation in the music sense. You can think of saturation like it's basically distortion, but this FabFilter Saturn lets me control where in the frequency spectrum that I can use saturation. What I'm doing is I'm adding warmth and harmonics to the sound. That's like the main part of it. Is I'm adding warmth to the sound so that it sounds nicer and the harmonics are nicer, and there's just more detail in the frequency spectrum, essentially. And saturation is used in a lot of elements in the mix. You'll find it more commonly on guitars, but I really want this sax solo to stand out. But you can also find it on the mastering chain. So you will often see it on the master mix, just a tiny bit, and it adds more warmth to a track. It gives it a tape sensation as well. That was so much more rambling, but I didn't expect to get the question. And it's not really adding a lot though. So this is no saturation. And that is some saturation. And you can see that it just adds a little bit extra to the low end. That is arguably too much, but the good thing about FL Studio is every single plugin is a parallel plugin, so you can mix the amount of effect that is added, whereas in other DAWs, in other DAWs, like Ableton, for instance, you actually have to set that up yourself, or it's already built into the plugin if it's got a wet-dry mix. Okay. Hmm. I think I like what that is doing at the moment. Okay, let's keep it moving. What do we want next? How we doing with... How we doing in the stereo space? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Nice. Okay, let's design ourselves a reverb. Honestly, thanks for that question, Carl. Carl says that he's beginning with Reaper, and that he's been using the plugins. He's getting everything familiar. Is this Harry? Oh my god, I might have clocked it. So I've been making music since for about probably 5-6 years. And I only really started using plugins 4 of those years ago. And I guess my general consensus is always know where the limit between not enough and too much is. So once you so I always use I use a pretty simplistic mastering chain in which a simplistic mixing chain in which I usually go gain at the top where I'm balancing everything together, followed by EQ, followed by compression, followed by another EQ, and then everything else goes haywire. So once I learnt the basics of EQ, compression, delay, reverb, and all of these effects. And then I just got comfortable with them. And each individual plugin has its own quirks, character. Quirks and character is the main thing there. And once you kind of get used to those and you kind of know what you're doing, you can be quite fluid with it. But I guess that the main advice would be is to just mess around and then see what knobs do what, I guess. Right now, I'm trying to sell the room. I'm trying to make so that your mix knob, that's all reverb. That's no reverb. And I'm trying to sell the idea that we're in kind of a small studio. Like, well, actually, yeah, I'm kind of selling that more than anything. That's the reverb impulse that I'm going for. But cleaner and more controlled. Really, I shouldn't be doing reverb right now, because what you want to do is you want to mix the rest of the track together and then move on to reverb, where you reverb everything and then you sell you're creating a sound stage where everything sort of correlates together. But this is just sort of I'm just trying to make the sound more bearable at the moment. Nice. I'm liking that. Cool. And what's that sound like with the drums right now? It's a bit more compression. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I almost don't want to touch the keys. They're clean already. They could use some more high end. Other than that, I think they're okay. Yeah, let's check the main riff. Yeah, just little boost in the upper harmonics. Yeah, brings them slightly out, slightly more. Nice. Okay, that's sounding pretty good. I'm gonna take a quick break, put some food on, and then I shall be back. Cool. See you in a bit.
This time
surprise return. It took me a lot less time than I thought it would to go put my food on. So yeah, 50 minutes left on the stream, because that's when the food is ready. I'm making a pasta bake. If anyone cares, you don't have to care. I don't. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, but I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're having a good time. I'm gonna mix some drums for a bit, and then we shall see what happens. Yeah, cool. But yeah, if you were here earlier, or if you weren't here earlier, if you just joined, man, I miss doing radio. I'm not good with the camera just yet. We're getting there. Yeah, if you just joined, this is what we're working on. Little sax solo, bit of a drum loop. Cool. Let's do some drums. Let's figure it out. Okay. Every good mix starts with a decapitator on the drum bus. Or at least all of my good mixes do. And I've made one, and it had the decapitator on the drum bus. That's if it will load. It might not even load. The tension's kill. Oh, thinking about it. Hey, there we go. Complete crash. It's fine, we'll bring it back up. I wonder if this would just load back into the stream. I can't believe it just crashed the whole stream. 0 issues. There you go. You can see more of my huge face now. While I load everything back up. Sometimes this happens. I'm actually surprised at how little technical difficulties have gone on. Right, what have we lost? What have we lost? Okay. We got a load of backup. That's fine. Luckily one saved 2 minutes ago. Pasta bake, is pasta bake a crime in Italy? I feel like it could be. It seems like a very I don't know, do the Italians make pasta bake? Cuz I'm making pasta bake with anything. Right now is the sweet and sour chicken that I made yesterday into the pasta bake sauce and then baked. Cuz that's how you bake pasta. It's a pasta bake. But like the Italians that I've met are all very, very, very specific with their food, and I'm wondering how much that would upset them. In the sense that I did that with bolognese last week. I made a bolognese pasta bake. I'm not even sure what the original pasta bake has in it. Chicken? The old school I had chicken with it. Are these programmed drums? Okay, wow. Get me back on topic. This is a mix of things. So this is a mix of different drums. So these drums, yeah, it's all programmed drums. So the way that this track started was I've had a dry spell in making music for a good couple months. And what I decided to do was rip out as much sound from all of these failed tracks as I could. And all that I really got was this drum loop. yeah, if you're wondering why my delays to your questions are so long, is because I didn't even transition back to Spotify. Is because that there's a 30-second delay because my Wi-Fi is very awful. Okay, this should be okay now. Let's go back. I can enable chat on this one. Hang on. I'm pressing the buttons. I'm figuring it out. There we go. Got the chat in the stream. He's a pro streamer. He's doing the streaming. He's a professional. Absolute world-class streamer here. Yeah, so drums. Look at this. This is a shaker from a sample pack from the internet. It's a good shaker. The great thing about just doing drums like this is you can just move the speed around. So this is a slowed down drum loop. So it started off at, I think it was like 134, and now it's been slowed down to 97 BPM. And it's just airy. On top of that, got dance kicking. What's this? Snap? Yeah, snap. There you go. There's the snare. It's a bit hip hoppy, these snares, but what the idea is to layer everything together and just make it kind of vibe. I'm scared to try the Decapitator again. I'm gonna save first. Here we go. Let me get the project file up. You can see my mouse moving about from things that aren't on the screen. Because I do believe in internet safety. And part of internet safety is not... Yeah, you probably heard that. Part of internet safety is not showing your entire computer on the internet. So here we are. Drums. Let's see if we can reload Decapitator without it decapitating the PC. Where is it? Do we take the risk? Is there a better place I can do it from? Is there a better... I might just have to commit. These are the other ones. I said earlier that all good mixes start with Decapitator, and maybe all good mixes end with Decapitator as well. Let's see. Let's see if it does anything. It might just break straight away. Oh, is it staying? Are we living life? Are we live, love, laughing? Okay. So straight away, no Decapitator. Decapitator. So this is again distortion on the mix bus, and we're just bringing things up to loudness, adding harmonics, and it helps all of these elements meld together more. Yeah. Here things are quite separated. They're playing a bit more nicely together. Right, let's take a look at this kick. And I've got... How long till food? 40 minutes till food. So we're gonna have to be a little bit more speedy if I want to get these drums done before I end the stream. This is good. It's a nice kick sample. Probably all I'm gonna do is just take a little bit of the high end off, just to reduce that kind of basketball court sound. And then it's just it's just a little thud. Snare, probably might want to add some more air into the snare. The mix between your voice and the drums is quite startling. My voice quiet, drums loud. But if I'm louder, if I speak louder and closer into the microphone, okay. I don't like the drums are much louder for the stream. How can we fix that? I mean, I can up the... Let's look. See, these should be coming in at the same level-ish. Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll listen back over, and I'll see if I can fix that next time. Snare. There's a nice little resonance in this snare. And I don't like these resonances. That's a complete thing on personal taste. Snares, not a fan of their resonances. I like my snares to be more like fa fa than boop boop, if that makes sense. Other than that, that's probably where your more clap stuff is. But that's probably all I'd add to this snare. That's all it really needs. And they're landing in at pretty good levels. I'm going to take this drum loop and I'm going to reduce the kick and snare on it a bit, and I'm going to up the hi-hats. So, kick is over here, snare is over here, hi-hats. The idea being that we just have our main samples take a bit more precedence in the mix. Maybe bring more of this original snare back in. Check the Slack messages. Because I can. I like how these drums sound. This is probably about all that they need. Let's check what the stereo space is now. So our good friends at Ozone made a plugin called the Imager. What it does is I can separate my signal into different frequency bands, and I can look at the stereo space in those frequency bands. And as a general rule, but there are no general rules really. But if you look at high-end mixers, if you look at the stereo spectrum, they have their bass quite near the middle, and then as the elements increase, as the frequency increases, the elements get wider in the stereo space, and we can kind of manipulate that here. Just by so let's mute this keys. So here we can just completely flatten this straight towards the middle. This is our mid end. Still kind of low, bit more. But we can we'll probably keep this about the same. This is here's where things start to get interesting. We'll keep this stereo spectrum. Yeah, we don't need this last one. We'll probably make this a bit wider, and then when you bring everything in, yeah. Turn down yeah, okay. Maybe I am just mixing pretty high. Is probably more likely. Is that I'm just running it loud straight through my headphones. Or it's a quiet mic. That is also a possibility that it's a quiet mic. Let me turn the whole thing. This might be better. Let me know, Carl, if you're about. Let me know if that improved anything. It may well have done. That hi-hat sample needs nothing. That is a good splash. I feel like these could use something. I don't know what though. They're just a bit Blech. It's I don't really want any low end from this, so let's roll that off. What's this doing? Yeah, that's a bit nicer. Okay, if we go back to our solo, how are the drums faring then? To be honest, that sax could probably still use some work. And I might have to return back to that at some point. That makes the track sound significantly more chill. These are actually meant to be muted though. I forgot to do that.
Out of this rut. So please just take my word for it. No. Man, think I lost my passion for life about a week ago. I was doing chill, but now I'm down and feeling low, unspeakable. No thoughts are leaving out my head. Goddamn, this fast food cold to get out of this comfy bed. But that said, let's take the juice and go and shake it up. They say a glass is half full, but I don't know how to fill a cup. Fuck, I think I just gotta relax. Cause if I'm taking all this time, then I got none for sax. So sit back, take a couple seconds if you need to. She wants the full release, but I'm just working on the preview. I need you to show me a little patience. Cause when the thoughts get flowing, there's no time for hesitation. We're racing, like all our time is out chasing. No amount of office coffee's gonna stop my mind from pacing. Let's face it, I got a key on the fifth. But hey, all you really need to know is that I don't mean to got no fuss, yeah baby. I got.
Okay, drums and keys. They're loud, they're kicking, they're punching. If we look at the rest of the volume spectrum, probably have room to take these drums down somewhat. Honestly, it's probably not even your sound. YouTube applies compression as well, so it might even be YouTube. That or I've set up something else weirdly, which is also a case. There's a lot of variables. We're chilling, so it's probably fine. But yeah, thanks for calling me out on that. And that it's a lot more balanced. Hopefully. But half of that is probably just me listening to it loudly. Because I have a separate mix for the stream than I do for me, and then I have to somehow monitor both at the same time. So any feedback is welcome. Wonder if we can get away. How much time on the pasta bake? 24 minutes on the pasta bake. really that long? Yeah, it is that long. It's a 50-minute pasta bake. I'm not adding cheese this time. I've ran out of cheese, disappointingly, so can't do much about the whole cheese ordeal. So it's going to be a plain pasta bake, little bit of extra crunch because I haven't put the cheese on. So the top pasta is going to be a bit more crunchy, burnt, as some may describe it. Never had anyone describe my pasta bake as burnt. Ever. I'm not. There's nothing being referenced there. Bass. Okay. So the bass signal here is a direct input signal. So it's just the raw. If you plug the bass straight into the computer, that's what it sounds like. There's nothing much happening on there, so I want to add amp simulation. As he swigs half the water bottle. Amp simulation. We're gonna make the bass sound bassy. Want a crunchy low end. We want this bass to be quite clean. Perhaps I think clean is probably the way to go for this track. But let us have a little bit of a look for the bass. For the bass. I think my preference is that a pasta bake is more crunchy than it is not crunchy, because otherwise you're just having cooked pasta that happened to be in the oven. And I think that you might as well just cook the pasta then. I'm spending 50 minutes cooking this pasta bake because I want crunch. If I wanted pasta, I'd spend 12 minutes boiling it. This isn't penne. Is this penne? This is the spiral one, not the tube one, or the shell one, or the wing one. This is the spiral one. So 12 minutes boiling it. But I'm not boiling it, I'm baking it because I want that extra crunch, you know? It's a different kind of consistency. And if it wasn't there, then I failed as a pasta bake chef. And I think that is where pasta bake as an art form really shines through, is can you get the correct level of crunchiness with the right amount of sauce content? And just it's a comfort food, you know. It's for heating you up on a cold winter day, and heating me up is kind of what I need right now, because this house does not hold heat, and I'm being warmed by an aircon, which doesn't work well. So I need something to fuel my soul almost. And that is what the pasta bake is doing. I'm afraid that we may have crashed again. I'm holding out for not a crash. It's still going. You never know, it might revive itself. It's thinking about it. I believe that it can load this plugin. It's got to. It hasn't like deleted itself immediately, which is probably in the advantage. Like surely that is a good thing. even the background song is struggling. Okay, we're taking the L. We're restarting the program. Disappointing. But this is probably the most stress that my laptop has ever been under, ever. So, yeah, I think it's doing well. I think there's forgiveness to be had. The main mic was crunchy for the pasta bake explanation. That's that's really depressing. Oh, okay. I had a really elegant bit about the art form that is crafting the perfect pasta bake, and I don't know if any of that came through now, disappointingly. Let's try again. We'll keep going. If Carl, if you're interested, we got 17 minutes of pre-pasta bake mixing to go through. If we can get the bass done, then we're probably looking pretty good. Guitars might be a struggle because I still need to actually decide on what kind of tone I want. But I'm thinking sparkly for the guitar tone. Lots of atmosphere, lots of reverb. Something cool. We'll figure it out. The kick in the Spotify track is crunching again, which means my mic's probably crunching again. If I monitor that, it seems okay. It seems like it's not crunching. So could be interesting. I get this on Discord though as well. Sometimes my Wi-Fi will just go, and I can tell when it's gone because everyone else's voice has gone robotic, and I just have to sit there in silence, just waiting for things to come back. And if I was saying something, people just complain at me, which is kind of how most of my commentary is reviewed. Oh, 100% CPU. Going through FL Studio right now. It might have survived. I opened the wrong mix. That doesn't help. We still have backups of all of these as well. Can we get anywhere? Second try's a charm. So, I'm looking forward to upgrading my PC sometime. I think I'm gonna do it in whenever I finish uni next year. Is the plan? That's when the PC upgrade can happen. Okay. Open another backup. I mean, this is probably... how long have we been going for? On the stream right now. I mean, going for an hour and a half. I think the longest I've ever done a radio show is 2 hours. And even then, you just play a song. You just play a song, and then you just shut up. You just shut up and you move on with your life. So it's not exactly difficult, you know? Because you just play a song. You play a song. And you play a song. You've stumped me now, and I can't speak. You play a song, and then you just leave it a bit. You think about something to say, you say it, and then you play another song. This. I feel like I need to have like a continuous stream of thought. Otherwise, it's gonna get really boring. Okay, back on the track. Do we attempt to reignite not reignite. Reattempt to get our base simulation going. We'll give it a try. It's gonna happen. I'm once again saving things. I don't know the file structure of my own PC, which is why I'm just staring at it. It's been a long day, and I'm hungry now. Actually, I'm like, maybe I should have done the stream after eating, and then you get actual like high energy content out of me. I'm not hungry. You're not hungry for more JW Blake. Everyone's satisfied in some way or another, and it's just a good time for everyone. But you know, everything's a learning experience. Mistakes are what make us flawed human beings. I mean, animals make mistakes, so mistakes aren't what make you a human. It instantly crashed again, didn't it? Oh. Ah, disappointing. Okay, third try. Can we do it? There's a timer. It's counting down. We're coming down to the 10-minute mark. On getting the getting the base made. It's added a level of intensity that I didn't expect for the stream. There's a time limit. It's competitive mixing. Right. I just want to make sure that I've got everything correct. Will it open? So I'm trying to open Guitar Rig 6. It's a plugin by the folks over at Native Instruments, and it does amps and it does effects. But the main thing we're looking for are the amps. It's basically it's a pedal board. It's a guitar rig inside of a plugin, inside of your PC. So if you spent £1 million on guitar pedals, I'm sure you could do some cool things. But this is a little bit cheaper in some cases. So we've got, okay, this is our bass sound. It's a dry bass sound, but we can add cabinets to it to make it more bassy. This is worth the wait, I promise you. the crunch is there, but this is worth it. If I can get it to play. Okay, we're gonna need more firepower. Let's get some more buffering on our side. there we go. Got the audio back. But what did I say? That sound good. Alright. Well, everything is struggling now. Maybe this is why people don't do mix streams. Maybe this is why I stick to live music streams. That is very disappointing. What were we on before? Maybe that I can at least bring it back to where we were. 250. Check. That's coming straight out the left side. I'm on the right side of your ear. Let me round things off. There we go. I think it fixed itself. Hang on. Okay, back in the middle. I'm sorry about that. Is it still lagging? I think it might still be lagging. I can't exactly tell. I can tell a little bit. It seems to be working on my end. I know this is why people have separate PCs. And that is when I build a PC in August. Hopefully that is something that can happen. But mainly it went okay. Yeah. One for mixing. What? Yeah, of course, money. I think what I would do is if I had the ultimate production value, I would have someone who manages the mix, who manages the mix and mixes out to stream, and then I can focus on the other stuff. But you know, I just one dude making the music, making the tunes. Yeah. So absolute train wreck of an ending there. Disappointingly, things they took a turn for the worst. But I hope you enjoyed the technical difficulties that we had, and I hope that I could make it somewhat entertaining for you, Carl, on your train journey. You may have even finished your train journey now. I've only been going 50 minutes. That's enough for you to get out of London, at least. Yeah, but if you watch this in advance and you somehow to JW Blake fan there, which is what we like to see. Is sound gonna play? Little bit of sound there. Yeah. So thank you very much for sitting down, taking the time to watch the stream. Here's a little bit of development on this track. I'll keep you updated with where it's going, and hopefully we can actually get some good music out of it. Next stream I will probably be at a weekend. We'll see